Thank you so much for joining me today. How you doing? I was scrolling through the tubes and this title caught my eye. A look at America's first car-free city. What's next? First American city with no McDonald's? Like, how is this possible? I don't believe it. It's like an oxymoron. American city, no cars? Huh? Hopefully it's not just clickbait. I don't know. Maybe the mayor of the town is just a really big fan of that Not Just Bikes channel. I don't know. But it's by an up-and-coming YouTube channel called CNBC. Go check them out. Link down below. I'm interested just to get to the bottom of it and react to it, see what we think. Let's go.
As more Americans work from home, they are changing the way they live, seeking more social, walkable communities. But are they willing to give up their cars entirely?
Okay.
One real estate developer is making a bet that in Tempe, Arizona, they will.
I wonder if she just made that up or if they just made that up. You know what I mean? Like, what kind of stuff do they just pull out of their butt? Oh, Americans working from home. Now they're trying to live in more walkable cities. Like, are they? Because during COVID, there was a mass exodus from the city to the suburbs. And the suburbs are definitely less walkable. So,
state developer is making a bet that in Tempe, Arizona, they will. That's where we find CNBC's senior real estate correspondent, Diana Olick. Hi, Diana.
Garage band?
Hey, Contessa. Yeah.
Is that like a garage band?
This new $170 million rental community has all the amenities: the fitness center, the dog park, the outdoor kitchens. Well, what it does not have is
outdoor kitchens.
Cars. Culdesac is the first community in the U.S. designed specifically for car-free living. Co-founder Ryan Johnson said it's what Americans want.
Okay, so now it's a community, which makes it sound a little bit smaller. I'm interested, though. I mean, is it not just going to be like an old folks' home? Like, they just driving golf carts around?
In the U.S., we've been building the wrong kind of housing for 100 years. We've built sprawl, and it's created car dependency, and it's made us lonelier, less healthy, and less happy. And what people want is to live in walkable
That is probably true.
neighborhoods.
Now, retail, restaurants, and close to 200 apartments in the first phase.
Oh,
no
wow.
cars means
This is actually pretty cool.
no parking, no garages, no parking spaces, so more space for social areas.
There's the outdoor kitchen, which I had never heard of before.
The complex is strategically
It also looks like there's no people here. Hey, what are those?
located right next to the area's light rail system. All residents get a free pass. The first 200 also get a free electric e-bike, and a partnership with Lyft gets them discount rides. Now, those are the partners, investors in Culdesac.
Wait. They get a free they get a free bike, but you have to pay to ride it? Did I hear that right?
Pass. The first 200 also get a free electric e-bike, and a partnership with Lyft gets them discount rides. Now,
That's cool. That's cool.
those are the
I would just buy my own bike.
partners. Investors in Culdesac's $30 million Series A include Lennar, one of the nation's largest home builders, and Khosla Ventures and Founders Fund. As part of the community, first-floor studios are rented to small businesses, and some of the business owners actually live here as well.
It's not as affordable.
Well, you would have to live there, right? Because you can't drive your car to work. You have to live there to own a business there. Right? Unless you park outside the town and walk in.
Well, out here as it was a few years ago, and having that opportunity to live and work where you are and just have it as one, that's perfect.
This is actually really cool. It does seem kind of utopian, this whole place.
Now, walkable neighborhoods are, of course, all well and good when the weather is fine and lovely like it is now. But in Tempe,
True.
Arizona, in the summer, it can be well over 100 degrees for weeks at a time. So the summer will be the real test to see if this idea can go the distance. Back to you guys.
But it's interesting.
I think the town should also switch to Celsius.
Because it might be the first planned community to forbid cars or parking or whatever. But lots of people live without cars. I mean, look at New York City. So the advantage in New York City is that, yeah, you can go out and just walk to where you need to go and use
Well, I'm guessing an apartment in this town doesn't cost $3 million.
mass transit. But, I mean, Phoenix is a car town. Tempe is a car town.
I love how, look at this American, just bewildered. No car.
And it's not like that light rail gets used very much.
Well, actually, it does seem to get used a lot by the people who live here.
Oh. Get owned.
The idea is it's a test run. Look, is Phoenix going to give up its cars forever? No, this is a city of sprawl. And some of the people I talked to said, one guy said he actually moved out of Arizona because he couldn't stand being so car dependent and living in all that sprawl, moved back, moved here because he liked this idea. So the idea is more that they're offering you other options because society is changing toward
It is kind of weird that it's like empty though.
that shared transportation. They're not anti-car. They're just anti-everybody having a car because in Arizona, it's something like there are 8 parking spaces for every car.
what do
we
you
need
do?
that?
8 parking spaces for every car. That's an interesting little factoid. That's an interesting little factoid right there. 8 parking spaces for every car. There's some kind of math equation that goes along with that. Like, okay, yeah, because they park and I don't know. That's interesting. Every business needs enough spots for their maximum capacity. That's kind of that's the unfortunate thing. You know what I mean? Your parking lot in front of your business needs to have enough spaces for your maximum Saturday night or Friday afternoon busiest hour. And most of the time, those spots are just not occupied at all.
Probably not.
What do you do when your friends come over?
So when your friends come over, there is a parking lot that is next to the community where they can park so they can go to the restaurant that's here. They can also go to the stores that are here. But nobody here in the complex has a parking space, a garage. They don't waste that space. And, it's not like you can't own a car. You just keep it somewhere else. But the idea, again, is to depend on community transportation rather than using so many cars.
That is really cool. I'm not going to lie. That seems really cool. I think that would bring you much closer to your community in general. It would get you outside and walking, socializing. I think that's pretty awesome.
And so much gasoline and so many emissions, might I say.
As you walk around the area, could you see yourself living there? In other words, are there sufficient dry cleaners, or for me, the coffee shop, the liquor store, whatever it is,
For me, the liquor store.
so that you could get by without having to go get in a car and go to a grocery or a Target or whatever?
Well, honestly, you'd have to walk out of the community for certain services like that. There is a grocery store in the community. But what I ask is, people with kids. Look, anybody who has kids, I had them. You are moober and doober when they're from middle school up until they get a license in high school. So I think it would be hard for families to live in a community like this because they have to drive their kids to so many different places. So again, maybe this is more for young people. Maybe it's more for retirees who aren't so car dependent.
Yeah, I mean, because like I said at the beginning, there are old folk homes where the people don't have cars. They just like drive around their little golf carts. It looks really fun, honestly. It's like a golf course. They get in their golf carts. They can drive to the little stores. And so, yeah, I could see really the main thing would be just what job you have, because a lot of jobs here in America, you have to commute to them. So you'd either have to have a job in this little community, or you'd have to be able to take that railway system to somewhere else in the city for your job. And then you'd be depending on the public transportation system of the city, which may or may not be very good.
It's an experiment. Is the whole country going to go this way? Probably not, but it could work for a lot of people.
Probably not.
Diane Olick, thanks very much. Appreciate it.
If you've ever been to the villages, though, you see there what they do is everybody's got their golf cart and they're using the golf paths, and it's maybe not walkable, but it's rideable in a little mini electric vehicle. It's very interesting. It works there.
I took a vacation to Bald Head.
I like how they both keep trying to end the segment, and then the other one.
Island in North Carolina. Same way. No cars, golf carts. You bike,
Cool story.
you carted around. It was cool.
As more American.
That is cool. Yeah. Yeah. I think only 2 wheels allowed. That's what I say. Only 2 wheels. A moped, okay. Bicycle, yes. Electric bike, okay. Moped, all right. If it's electric. I think no gas and only 2 wheels for this community. Put that in the constitution of this little town. That was really cool. It honestly does look like a really fun, probably better way to live. And it's cool to see it over here in America a little bit. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.